These are the champions. UEFA. I love that music. I love that, man. Champions League is upon us, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be quite exciting. Can't wait to do this match preview, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get on with this.
All right. Here we go, back again on the other side of the coin.
All right, welcome back to the other side of the coin, ladies and gentlemen. Dinamo Zagreb versus Chelsea match preview. Champions League group stage is going to kick off starting from tomorrow. Very excited about this particular campaign. We can't take this lightly. We really cannot take this lightly. I know some people might look at this particular fixture that, there could be some rotation, this, that, the other. This is the first game of the group stage. We better ensure we get ourselves through this group stage. We should be able to. AC Milan, Leipzig, Salzburg, the Austrian team, Red Bull Salzburg. So I want to go into this particular fixture gun-ho and really start, because we've not been playing well. Let's be honest, we've not been playing well, and this is a good fixture to really hone in and focus and concentrate on the areas that we need to improve on, creativity-wise, goal-scoring-wise as well, and really put on a good performance, keep a clean sheet, and respect the opponent as well. I mean, Dinamo Zagreb, they're the Croatian champions. This is not something to be, mucking around with. This is in Croatia. The environment, the atmosphere is going to be buzzing. And, we don't want no upset because, as I said, as you guys would remember, I think it was Dinamo Zagreb a couple of seasons ago. I think it was under Jose Mourinho, where they beat Spurs. So, look, I want to take this seriously, but at the same time, I want to include some players, some new incomings that have come through for us. I want to include them in the team, but we'll look into the match predicted lineup very, very soon. First up, ladies and gentlemen, let's go through some social media stuff that's been going around about this particular match. Whole heap of footage from the Chelsea Twitter admin page. You would love to see. Look at some of these pictures as taken by the boss. Gaffer taking a picture of the stadium. Stadium looks quite amazing, man. I'd love to go Zagreb. I think Zagreb would be a really good holiday destination, honestly, which would be great to see. Players are training over there, as you can see. Aubameyang's in training. Dennis Zakaria is in training. Reporting from training. Here we go. Players going in. Hakim Ziyech. I think as much as I would love to include him in the team, maybe he comes off the bench, but we'll talk all about that down the track. We'll talk about the press conference as well very soon. Thank you to PYS for summarizing the press conference. So we'll go through that. Stadion Maksimir, Thomas Tuchel and Matija Kovacic will speak to the media here this evening before the side then train ahead of tomorrow. Lovely stadium. 23-man squad has arrived in Croatia. Just great to see the lads have arrived. Touchdown in Zagreb. Good to see, man. Ben Chilwell over here. Potentially starts. Away days in Europe are back. Kai Havertz and Reece James. Lovely picture. All aboard. Nice to see some of these players, to be honest. Reece James, we'll talk about that. It is confirmed he has signed that long-term contract. Bumper salary. So good to see. Okay, straight away. Thomas Tuchel press conference. This is the update. Thiago Silva is resting. So this is probably expected. I mean, lately some of the matches have come in a bit too quick as well. I think it was a midweek game last week where we lost, obviously, against Southampton. Then we followed it up with West Ham, and now this game. So it's rightly that Thiago Silva gets rested. He's been playing a lot of games, and we don't want to injure him. He's got a World Cup coming up, but at the same time, we want to make sure that he's well rested, and he can feature for us in the Premier League, where there's some crunching games coming up. Not to say this isn't a crunching game, but this is why you need rotation for players like Thiago Silva. At the end of the day, he's 38, so let's look after him. Aubameyang and Zakaria could make their debuts if training goes well. There's some footage of Aubameyang with his mask on, and a lot of people are saying that it's gone perfectly well. Zakaria as well. before we get to that predicted lineup, I'm actually starting both of these guys. So we'll talk about that. I think both of them needs to start. Aubameyang especially, we need goals up front. And these two players, they've already played this season, so it's not like they're not fit. They should be well fit, get those training under the belt, and let's get it going on the match. Tuchel refuses to comment on Moyes saying Mendy faked an injury because he's already paid too many fines. Look, we should just get over this Mendy situation. There's a latest footage that's out. That goal that West Ham scored, which was a chaos in the box off the back of that corner. It looked like Antonio was tugging on. Well, he grabbed on Mendy's shirt and he pulled him. So look, they did a lot of dirty stuff as well. Let's have a right. Absolutely have a right. Happy about Reece James' contract, which we'll talk about. So look, from the press conference, nothing massive. No huge news besides the fact Thiago Silva is resting, so which is great. Dinamo Zagreb has troubled. No Thiago Silva on the squad list, which we've covered. Aubameyang is traveling with Chelsea's squad to Zagreb, and there's some pictures that's gone around in social media that he's already training with that mask on. So hopefully he plays. Aubameyang trained well with his mask and felt comfortable. This is from Matt Law. Good news. Perfect news for us, to be honest. Just want to make sure that there is no other stuff. Yeah, okay. That's fine. Aubameyang. Dinamo Zagreb is a unit. This is from PYS. Look at the size of Dinamo Zagreb, man. I didn't know he was this much of a unit. Broha, I thought, was a bit of a unit. He looks like he's bigger than Broha. This guy, I hope we get the fruits out of this guy. Honestly, I had a bit of a pessimistic view. I know a lot of you guys are quite confident with Dinamo Zagreb, and I hope he does well. I really do. And I think for me, he has to start this game, and we want to start seeing how he does in that DM position, which is going to be quite needed. Reece James will earn a minimum $250,000 a week with his new contract. You know what? He deserves every bit of that $250,000. Potent attack, stronghold in defense. Every newbie that comes in, he always seems to give them a warm sort of introduction and keeps them comfortable. He's an on and off the field leader. He's a future captain, no doubt about that. $250,000 a week. This guy is going to be the face of Chelsea Football Club for years to come. Current generation and the new generation that's to come. He's going to be the role model. He's going to be the massive picture for us, for Chelsea Football Club. So for me, great news. Congratulations to Reece James, and I hope he does well. Now, a little bit about Dinamo Zagreb before we get into the lineup, ladies and gentlemen. Dinamo Zagreb, they are currently leading the Croatian league. Last season, they were the champions, 79 points, as you can see over here. Let me just increase that. And this season already they are blowing the league apart. 22 points, 14 points is Slaven Belupo. They're a strong team, man. These are some of their recent matches that they've played. As you can see, 1-0 victory. That's the one they needed. That was the Champions League playoff. They lost, but then they smashed them at home 4-1. Recently 5-2 against Osijek. 2-1 over there away from home, 3-1 at home. They generally play with a 4-1-4-1 or a 4-2-3-1 formation. They've got a couple of really, really good players there. Petkovic, let's have a look at their lineup. This is their lineup. Petkovic is one to look out for up front. But yeah, some of these are Croatian international players. We should not be taking them one bit lightly, but at the same time, we've got to get our job done. We have to get our job done. AC Milan ain't going to be easy in this particular group. And Salzburg, we shouldn't take Salzburg lightly either. So we have to start this campaign with a bang. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be my lineup. Let's get straight into this. Actually, do you know what? Let's think about Mendy. It's a good time to give Kepa an opportunity in this particular game. Mendy's been a bit weird, man, and maybe this game is a proper game to just to give him a bit of break. I know some of you guys might want Mendy, but this is probably the right time to just give Mendy a break. So I'll go with Kepa and let Mendy just relax, calm down, assess your situation because you've been a bit erratic in recent times. All right, LCV position, no Thiago Silva. So I'm going to go with Cucurella. He can definitely play LCB position very, very well, and I think he's going to be very good there. In the middle, Koulibaly moves in there, and in the RCB position for Fofana, playing a strong backline. In wings, it's going to be Reece James, the 250k a week man. He deserves to be there. Ben Chilwell, I'm starting Ben Chilwell. I think he deserves to start. He looked very sharp. His match intensity wise as well looked very good. Obviously, goal and assist completely changed the match for us against West Ham. For me now, I think it looks like he's ready to start. He looked a lot more sharper. He was moving very quick as well against West Ham. So for me, he starts. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna have to start with Zakaria. Zakaria has to be one of my players. I don't know if I'm gonna risk Kovacic again. Kovacic with that knee stuff, he's probably a knock away from getting a surgery on his knee, which will ruin the rest of the season for him. I'm probably going to look after him because that match against West Ham was quite physical, and there were a couple of times he was actually holding on to the knee as well. So look, I would give him a bit of break and see if he can come off the bench. Jorginho didn't play. Jorginho comes on. Jorginho didn't play against West Ham, and this could be potentially a good pivot. Jorginho and Zakaria. Zakaria will be dynamic. He's got the physicality and can go box to box. So for me, that double pivot combination is a good one. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm starting Zakaria straight up. Aubameyang up front. Once again, starting Aubameyang. I need goals. I can't mess around with this. I know I could have gone with Armando Broja, but I'm going with the main man, Aubameyang, and Broja can come off the bench. There's no issues about that one bit. Sterling starts for me on that left side. And I'm going to continue with Christian Pulisic because, let's be honest, he got a game against West Ham. I don't think it was that bad. Obviously, he got taken off in the second half, but we need to start giving consistent amount of time for some of these players. Give them some rhythm. Christian Pulisic doesn't need rotation right now. Let's see how he can play with Oba up front. I would continue with him. I know some of you guys might say Kai Havertz scored. Look, Kai Havertz scored. That doesn't mean he automatically comes into the team. I need him to still keep doing those performances off the bench and then eventually take that, starting lineup position. I don't want to just reward him and start straight away off the back of that goal because he's not done well before that goal. For a good stretch of time, he wasn't doing that well. So for me, Kai Havertz still bench. Mason Mount still bench. Mason Mount for me still hasn't done anything so far this season. Even though he came off the bench against West Ham, I don't think it was that great. So he continues to be in the bench, and until and unless he can perform from the bench, I don't think I start him. So this, ladies and gentlemen, is my lineup. Let me know how you feel about it. Kepa to be the goalkeeper. Cucurella, Koulibaly, Fofana, Jorginho, Zakaria, Reece James, Chilwell, Christian Pulisic, Sterling, Aubameyang up front. Ladies and gentlemen, I like this team. Reece James hopefully can whip in some crosses and Aubameyang can get at the end of it, and Sterling as well. Christian Pulisic up front finally gets a striker to play with. Chilwell hopefully attacks the box a little bit more as opposed to Cucurella, but no disrespect to Cucurella one bit. I'm pretty sure Cucurella will get into that attacking areas very, very soon. Zakaria and Jorginho in the middle, and that backline looks strong. I'm going with a clean sheet, man. I'm going with a clean sheet to start this campaign strong. I'm going for us to play good football. We needed that victory against West Ham, and I hope that is the catalyst to start something special here. We need to be patient. We have to be patient, and I hope Thomas Tuchel gets everything going. Yeah, I'm going with a 2-3-0 victory. We've got to keep a clean sheet. Let's keep a clean sheet. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know what your thoughts are about that lineup. Let me know what your thoughts are about this particular fixture against Zagreb. Do you feel nervous? Do you feel confident going into this? I'm feeling confident. What's your predicted score as well? Hope you guys have enjoyed this. Smash the like button if you're here for the first time. Subscribe. Hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Obviously, a whole heap of watch-alongs coming on with the Champions League fixtures. And yeah, man, I'm buzzing, man. I'm buzzing. See ya.